Hey, here's a scary thought. The way that you go about serving others instead of helping them may make them feel more inferior. Jesus said that he came not to be served, but to serve. And if God connects with us as a servant, then that too must become the way that we connect with people of other cultures, is by serving them. Now, a lot of people don't stop to think about this, but we often serve others out of our own cultural context, thinking that in our culture, if this is what servanthood looks like, then it must look like that way in other cultures too. Think about this. We live in a North American culture that repeats this message over and over, that we are the greatest free nation in the world, that we are the most technically advanced, that we are one of the richest nations in the world, that we're the best educated nation in the world. And if you're not careful, that message begins to seep into your brain and affects the way, subtly, but nonetheless affects the way that you serve other people. And usually this type of subtle, unconscious superiority sounds like virtues to us, but to other people sounds very different. For example, I may think or say, my education or my seminary degree or my theology equips me to know what's best for you. But to the person hearing that message, it sounds more like, so let me do most of the talking while you do most of the listening and changing. Or perhaps this one, hey, you know what? I'm here to help you. But to the recipient of a different culture, it could sound more like, so you need to do what I say. Or perhaps this, I can be a spiritual mentor to you. But to the recipient, it might sound more like, so I'm going to be your role model and you can be just like me. Or it could be something like, we're here to disciple you, to train you, and to equip you. But to someone from another culture, it could sound more like this. In other words, we want to make you clones of ourselves. Look, I know that these examples might sound a little drastic. Perhaps for some of you, maybe they struck a chord. But the key thing to remember is this, is that we tend to serve out of our own culture. And the way that we serve in our culture may not be the way that it feels to be served in other cultures. Hey, so make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you'll receive notifications on the videos of the 6-step process of cross-cultural servanthood.